Wow, man. It's an absolutely sad day seeing the funeral for the two friends that passed away in the fatal car crash that happened in the Lagos Ibadan Expressway in Nigeria with Anthony Joshua. And I just want to first off, before I give you guys a little update on what's going down with the whole situation, the driver, what's going on with him, the person who is missing still, who they're searching for, that was, parked the diesel on the side of the road. I just want to give my condolences to the family. And, everybody out here, don't think that just because they can't hear you and they can't see you, you giving your heart and your condolences and your true love for these two men and their family, that it doesn't do nothing, because it does. It does, bro. They could be listening right now. And for them to impact people around the world like this, guys like me, guys like you watching, is truly remarkable, right? If I passed away today, there wouldn't be nobody else in the UK or around the world that would be wishing their condolences towards me, because I'm nobody, right? So it's a remarkable thing to see. And also, the amount of people that showed up to the funeral today. I mean, come on, dude. Sometimes you get funerals where you're lucky to even have 10 to 15 people there. The amount of people that showed up to this funeral, my goodness, my friends. That just shows what these two people did while they had their time on earth, and the impact that they made to a lot of different people around the world, my friends. It's a sad thing to see, but it is also a beautiful thing to see when people come together like this, my friends. Now, that being said, we all know the driver has been arrested. The driver who was driving the vehicle with Anthony Joshua and his two best friends in it. But we've got some new information on a couple instances that happened during this whole thing. If you guys didn't know, Anthony Joshua was not sitting in the back seat as they entered the vehicle to head to where Anthony Joshua's family was. Anthony Joshua actually sat in the passenger seat in the front to the right next to the driver of the vehicle. But the driver asked Anthony Joshua to move to the back because he was too big. So big, in fact, that the driver couldn't see out of his rearview mirror. So he asked Anthony Joshua, hey, you think you can switch spots with your buddy Latif Latz? This is the guy that I'm hearing was sitting in the back seat. So him and Anthony Joshua switched seats before they even start driving, my friends. Look it. I said this a while back in one of my other reaction videos. Anthony Joshua isn't lucky at all, right? The guilt, even if this isn't his fault, you still feel like it's your fault. You still feel like the only reason why my two best friends were in Nigeria was because of me, right? And even though don't put that on yourself. It's not right, man. It's not the truth, even though you feel like it is. And that's why I say he's not a lucky man. But at the end of the day, the fact that he switched seats and he wasn't the one that is dead right now. I mean, God, man, I think God had his hand on his shoulder and told him it wasn't his time yet. He took his two best friends to the world of beauty and happiness. It's just not Anthony Joshua's time yet, my friends. Now, as of the driver looks like he's going to be going to jail on 4 different charges: driving recklessly, driving without care, cause of death because you were driving, and not just that, but one of the worst ones that makes me think, how did Anthony Joshua and his team even get to hire this guy who is being charged for not having a valid driver's license? Yes, they hired this driver to drive him and his team around, and this guy doesn't even have a license? Did they contact the company to be able to hire a driver, and this company has guys that don't have driver's licenses? Or is this just a family friend that has a business, maybe driving people around, but is doing it illegally? Okay? This guy, I looked it up, man. He's being charged for all 4 accounts on January 20th. I believe is going to be the actual court date. They brought him in on Friday, and on January 20th, they're finishing it. But I seen and I looked up some of the charges, how long he's going to do in jail, anywhere from up to 7 years. But when you stack all 4 different counts together, it could be for a very long time, a severe penalty, and over $100,000s of fines to pay. Now, no matter what, I'm not here to judge anybody and say, send that man to prison. He deserves to be in prison. I don't know the whole situation, if this was a family friend, right? But one thing that we do know was that he was recklessly driving. And at the end of the day, you just can't do that, right? Even if it was a mistake. And that's how everybody drives out there. Consequences must be paid, my friends. And at the end of the day, we're going to see how everything plays out. But I do definitely think he will be going to prison and serving some time. Okay? Now, one last thing that I want to end this off with, my friends, is the nasty, absolutely nasty work by whoever decided to grab Anthony Joshua's phone during the whole car crash. There was somebody there that while Anthony Joshua was knocked out, not being able to speak, stuck in the backseat of that car, somebody went in there and robbed his phone. Stole his phone while you had 2 people on the floor dead. Nasty, nasty work. Now, I'm not going to call out, certain people for this, right? Even though those people who did this, you're nasty, and God has a place for you once your time comes, my friends. Best believe. But there's a problem nowadays with social media, my friends, and it becomes this thing, right? You see people dying and getting hurt, and instead of people caring and trying to figure out what's wrong, the first thing that they try to do is steal or pull out their phone so they can record something, right? Clout chase. It's sickening, bro. It's sickening, right? The fact that you don't got anything else better in your life to do but steal people while people are dead? Coward. Coward, bro. Stealing behind people's back? Coward. Nasty work by the people who are out here acting like that and doing stuff like that, my friends. Anybody out here stealing. It's not just in Nigeria. It's in every goddamn country. Nasty, nasty work, my friends. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the whole situation. The funerals today, absolutely sad. My heart goes out to them. I know they're out there. I know they're thinking about us, my friends. Let me know what you guys think. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel, and I'm out.